How's the day going? I hope you're doing well. I just came from watching Oddity. Oddity. Oddity released on digital August 20th, 2024. And wow, in my previous video, I was heavily disappointed by Nicolas Cage's long legs. But this film, Oddity, comes through and revives my hope in horror movies. This review is going to be mostly me just saying positive stuff about this movie. I went into it not having seen the trailer. I didn't know anything about it other than it released on digital August 20th. I didn't know a thing about it. And the story here, it says a small synopsis. Oddity is a 2024 Irish horror film. I didn't know it was Irish. The entire time I was watching, I thought it was Scottish, but I think most people confuse the two. The film centers on a blind medium and curio shopkeeper who is still grieving the death of her twin sister a year prior. A wooden mannequin from her cabinet of curiosities becomes crucial to her quest to uncover the truth about her sister's murder. So there are four key members of this story. Blind lady who is a medium, twin sister who gets murdered, the husband, and the murderer who is it's a mystery who the murderer is. This movie is creepy AF. From the minute you click play and of course you see the logos, but the minute it just begins, it is creepy. It knows how to utilize sound design very well to set mood. Then number two, it does this thing where it draws you into like a very scary environment. You don't want to keep watching, but because it's just making my heart go, I can't look away. And it utilizes jump scares, but the jump scares are not cheap. So there's one film, I even referenced it in my Long Legs review, and the movie is called Imaginary, which I think is just one of the worst horrors of this year. Imaginary has such cheap jump scares. Oddity has jump scares, but the way it does its jump scares is it knows how to time it correctly. And the jump scares are kind of obvious, but they happen so well. I think it's the timing, the execution is marvelous in the jump scares. None of these actors are people I've seen before. There are no famous faces here, at least in my eyes. And I'm sad that this film is not getting like the high recognition and praise that it should get. I can't believe people are hyped up over Long Legs, but Oddity is not getting the same level of hype. This is truly what I want from a horror. Something that scares me properly, with an interesting story. And this movie also does set up and pay off well. Ending of the film has two payoffs. If you've watched the film, you know what I'm referring to. It has a payoff from the side of the doctor in the hospital and a payoff with a certain item that he receives at the end of the film. Those were marvelous payoffs. And there's also a bit of clever writing. There's this thing that the movie does where there's a part where it says a wooden mannequin from her cabinet of curiosities. The way this mannequin is revealed, the way the camera angle, the way they use it, they have them open the trunk where it is, but the way the camera angle, the use of camera angles to make your mind race and try and ask yourself what is in there. That's what this movie does so well, is it gives you just enough so that your mind just fills in the blanks for yourself. I would highly advise you to watch this film if you're a horror fan. It's been a while since I watched a horror film, and then I walk away and my brain starts, creating images because I'm walking in the dark, and like horror movies of 2024 don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. They don't scare you to the point where if you walk outside in the dark, you begin seeing images. Out of 10, I give Oddity an 8. Yeah, an 8. I think apart from a bit of a small pacing issue, just a small pacing issue, it's mostly a pretty good film. for me. These are just my opinions. In my previous video for long legs, someone said that the reason I didn't enjoy long legs is because I watch short form content. I don't have TikTok and I watch 3-hour films easily. I did not enjoy long legs. I heavily enjoyed Oddity. I would have wanted to do a reaction video, but this film, just people are not talking about it right now, and I think that it deserves more attention. So thank you so much for watching. If you've managed to watch Oddity, please tell me what you thought about it. I thought it was fantastic. To me, it's going to be one of the best horrors I've seen in 2024. I'll see you in the next one.